Hello and welcome to Cindershadow Gaming. I'm your host Cindershadow, and are you ready to pay more for Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons products? This article came across a little while ago. I saw it. Bell of Souls, of Lost Souls. Every once in a while comes out with an article that is worthwhile taking a look at. But Hasbro announces price increase for D&D and Magic the Gathering to offset shipping. First off, you're offsetting shipping. No, this is not what's going on. What is going on here is there has been supply chain issues, and that is across the board. It is across the board. It is not just Hasbro products. It's not just Magic the Gathering, D&D. It's everywhere right now. It goes down to the nuts and bolts you get in your hardware store. It goes to the lawnmower that you may need for your lawn, and just pop bottles in general. Everything is increasing. There's lots of reasons for this, and this was happening before COVID happened. As long before the pandemic even came out, we were starting to see shortages on certain things, and this is where we are today. This is the fallout of supply chain issues that have been slowly creeping up on us. The pandemic actually slowed this creep along, but now that this is looking like we're at the end, things are going to be full blast. And this is where the shipping issues really do come in. There's only so much room and so much product that can be moved, and now it's just going to get bottlenecked, and that's what is happening. That is where we're going to be. If you guys listen to your local employer standards, how they're hiring right now, there is a ton of jobs in the supply chain management sort of deal because there is a giant shortage of workforce there. And that's why these shipping costs are going to increase. It's going to take more time. If it takes more time for things to reach you, it's going to take space in a warehouse because it sits in a warehouse so much longer. They got to pay for that space. It's going to take longer routes on trucks. That's going to be more fuel. Gas is through the roof right now, and everything else. You know, there was stuff here. I'm in Alberta, and I know I kind of have an idea on what's going on with the economy, and things are just we're becoming landlocked here with our product in particular. The one product that we have a massive amount of, it's getting landlocked and quicker than anything. And if that's getting landlocked, that is a higher need on the market. So you're taking more trains and more truck drivers away from sort of the distribution now to the fossil fuel industry. So this is, everything plays into part of it. And because they want to shut down things, because of what happened with the major pipelines going on, people now have to move back into those positions and move everything by truck or rail. And this has a ripple effect. This is the ripple effect that we've been seeing. And this is also why supply management is just getting to the forefront. And there's going to be a lot of money to be made by certain individuals, such as Amazon. But unless things open up and more people are willing to fill these positions and more truck drivers get on the road in a timely fashion, you still got to make the rounds and you still got to drive. There's only so much you can do in a day, and this is where we're going. So Hasbro announcing price increases. In their quarterly earnings call, Hasbro indicated that D&D and Magic the Gathering players might see a slight price increase soon to battle spiking shipping costs. Well, I've already seen a huge increase. We went from $100 for a booster box to $150 in the last 5-6 years, where it was a steadily increase of about $3 to $4 a year. You know, like 3-4 years ago, I was paying $1.25 or $125, and now we're paying $150. It's plain and simple. It has just gone up. We had tariffs that did come into effect that increased the price 10%. Those tariffs have lifted, but they haven't lifted from the distributed level because they're trying to make up for lost revenue of COVID. Even though the latest set of Strixhaven for Magic the Gathering was one of the highestly sold sets ever, I don't know how, it's still going to go up. Earlier this week, during the Hasbro quarterly earning call, CEO Brian Goldner and CEO Deb Thomas explained that the company would be working to offset a sharp increase in shipping prices by implementing price increases over the next quarter. According to Goldner, these supply chain pressures are meaningful, but the price increases that will soon take effect should still allow them to meet their yearly targets. You know, shut down pipelines, increase the price of gas, oil becomes more expensive and goes through the roof. I think oil's somewhere north of the $70 per barrel right now, and that's just increasing prices across the board. This is the ripple effects of shutting these things down, of projects that needed to be done about 20 years ago. Thomas echoed Goldner's settlement, explaining some of the difficulties imposed on Hasbro in the increased costs to operating schedules of shipping. We are implementing price increase, yada, yada, yada. We expect it to offset the rising cost of freight and commodities. Commodities, that's part of the major market we continue to see across the business. We are also working to ensure product availability during the holiday season. Well, when all these toys and everything has to make their way from the marketplace to your home, they're going to be increased. This holiday season, it's going to be very expensive to get things. So if you are savvy and you want to get all your toys for the kids, start buying them now and not wait for these price increases to happen. So this is kind of a PSA for that. Rising freight costs have been hitting the industry hard as of late, with some tabletop game publishers reporting a steep, steady increase through 2021. In some cases, 2 to 3 times the normal price for shipping containers, as the demand for cargo space outstrips the available containers. Everything's got to sit somewhere and wait on top of all of that. In light of this, companies will be faced with difficult decisions, eating the costs, or asked for extra payments to help offset the increased shipping fees. When a company like Hasbro, with a global reach and the ability to just work with more ocean carriers and ask another company to print the Dritz novels, for instance, make a move like this in the fan base, can be quick to wonder why the cost is getting passed on to the players themselves. Or local game stores might not be able to eat the costs as easily as big retailers like Target and Amazon or Walmart. This could be the first time in D&D books have seen a price increase since the release of 5th edition, and many are wondering what is going forward. With 3 new books due in the latter quarters of the year, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, a Feywild adventure, Strixhaven, Curriculum of the Chaos, and Frizban's Treasury to Dragons, it seems that we are what the future holds for D&D. So, they're going up. Everything's going up. Don't be surprised if your favorite toys, if your favorite foods, if everything increases right now because inflation's going up through the roof. But this is a golden opportunity for them to go up. Will these prices come down? No, because the global supply chain of everything is going up and the demand for everything is much higher. Would these have gone down if the pipelines went through? That was the idea. But until next time, you guys have a great day. This is your Proud Canadian Phoenix signing off. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to help support the channel, the links are down below.